Like Alien Romulus, I'm about to talk about a film that I missed theatrically. Unlike Alien Romulus, that sounds like it was a good thing. So let's talk about Madame Web, directed by S.J. Clarkson, who co-wrote the screenplay with Berg Sharpless, Matt Sazama, and Claire Parker. The story being developed by Sazama and Sharpless with assistance from Kareem Sanger. Of course, the characters exist in Marvel Comics. You know who created them, I'm sure, by now, so I'm not going to bore you with that. And the film stars Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, Isabella Merced for 2 weeks running there, Celeste O'Connor, and Tahar Rahim. We also have turns here from Emma Roberts and Adam Scott. So on paper, this should be really good. It's, a Marvel character who's kind of interesting in this whole temporal aspect, the web of destiny, all this kind of stuff. It sounds great. She's named Cassandra because of the whole seer thing from Greek mythology. You've got some really great cast here. You have the wonderful fact that Adam Scott is playing Ben Parker, Uncle Ben. The person that he's going to meet on a date might well be Aunt May, probably is. We've got this tying into what we know before. The timeline kind of works as well, if you believe the whole thing that the kid in Iron Man 2 is young Peter Parker. The timing of this being set could work out. That's believable, and could become the Tom Holland that we know today. So everything here is set up for success, right? So why didn't it work? Because it doesn't work. The writing just feels messy, and that's what happens when you have 4 credits for a screenplay. Although there are some that have had multiple credits, but really there's a certain point that you start to potentially lose quality. And in this case, that potential was met. I like a lot of these people. I don't mean about the writing anymore, like some of the actors. I like a lot of them. I followed their careers. Some of them may not be like super household names, but there's not one there that I've seen anything and gone, oh, they're a terrible actor or anything. It's all about the material here. And then you've got the directing and editing involved. And I mean, I don't know, S.J. Clarkson might have been great at the directing, and the editing's where it's all fallen down, of course. I shouldn't say the directing per se. But still, there is an element here of I don't know, like almost trying to induce seizures in these time, like deja vu kind of moments. I know it's meant to feel jarring. That's fine. You can do this stylistically. You can make things feel as uncomfortable as the character feels experiencing them. But there's a line, and again, this does not meet it. Whilst I said that, a lot of the cast are pretty good, I do think Tahar Rahim was hit and miss. His performance as Ezekiel Sims. Moments just felt a little over or melodramatic, and I know comic books aren't necessarily high art, but you've got to be grounded in these films. That's why a lot of them work. They ground themselves and then lean into the fantastical, but you need good performances and you need consistent ones, and he didn't deliver that. The girls can be annoying at times, but again, I think that's by design, especially Matty. She is designed to be kind of abrasive and soften over time. But there's very little here that I can say positive, and I know I always like to end on a positive. So I will say that I appreciated the performance of Kerry Bichet. I'm familiar with the name, and I've very rarely seen her, so that's probably a really good sign. She was definitely familiar. I can't remember what it is that I've seen her in that I liked, but there you go. So there are some good performances. That's the positive. Otherwise, I just don't want to talk about this anymore. Big misstep. I really think Sony should just go, do you know what? We can't do Marvel multiverse films, so have it back. I mean, there's a couple of exceptions, but mostly yes. Just give it back. Let Marvel take the reins fully. Stop trying to just get money for something that's not technically yours. And that isn't the ending on a high, is it? So I will stop before I go back round. But yeah, thank you very much for letting me talk about this. I'll do something that I'm going to enjoy next week, I think, for my peace of mind as much as anything. But thank you very much, like I say, for letting me talk about it. And until next time, as always, take care.